Today's October 30th, and this is the homework video. I'm going to do the highlighted problems that you see on this paper, and then the rest of them will be for you to do. So I'm trying to do one of each type. So on number 3, it says, given a graph, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept. Intercept is b, so that means I have a y equals mx plus b line that I'm writing. So looking at this graph, I see that the axis isn't where it normally would be. Normally, I'm used to seeing them right in the center of the graph, but this graph looks like a bar graph in a science class. So my axis is all the way running to the left and then up and down. So here's my y-axis still, up and down axis, and here's 0. So there's a point right here, which means my b, my y-intercept, is 9. Then I need to find my slope. So I'm going to find another point. It's kind of hard to see, but I think there's one right here and right here. And those look equidistant from each other, so I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably right. And so when we're writing our equation, we have y equals mx plus b. So let's find our m. We're going down 1, 2, 3, so minus 3, and over 1. So that's negative 3 over 1, which we write as 3. So negative 3x. And then plus my b, so plus that y-intercept of 9. So y equals negative 3x plus 9 is the slope-intercept form of the line on number 3. Now on number 5, it says, given the following information, write an equation of a line. It doesn't specify what form, so let's see what information we're given. On number 5, we have b equals negative 5, and the rate of change is 3 over 7. So I chose to do this problem with you guys simply because it says rate of change. Rate of change is the same thing as slope. It is the exact same thing as the slope. So that is my m. So I'm given my m and my b, so I'm going to write this as y equals mx plus b. So m is 3 over 7, x plus b, so plus negative 5, so I write that as minus 5. So the equation of my line is y equals 3 over 7x minus 5. Number 7, it says write the equation of a line using point-slope formula. Then solve for y and put it in slope-intercept form. Make sure we're showing our work. So point-slope formula is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. And then we're going to solve for y and put it in slope-intercept, which is y equals mx plus b. So we're going to do the same thing we did on the notes where we go from point slope to slope intercept. So I'm going to write over here to the side so that way I know I have enough space. So y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. I'm given a point, 2, negative 5, and that's my x1, y1, and my m is 3. So I'm going to plug all those things into that formula. So y minus negative 5 equals 3x minus 2. I see a double negative, so that means I have to rewrite it. Y plus 5 equals 3x minus 2. That's my point slope, so I'm going to go ahead and write it on the line to the left. Point slope is y plus 5 equals 3 x minus 2. And then in order to get my slope-intercept, I have to solve that for y. So I'm going to distribute the 3. So y plus 5, nothing happened on the left yet, equals 3 times x, which is 3x, 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. And then I want to get this y by itself, so I'll subtract 5 from both sides. Y equals 3x minus 11. Y is completely by itself. It looks like y equals mx plus b. So then that is my slope-intercept form. Y equals 3x minus 11. So that's what you're doing on numbers 6 through 9. Be careful on 8 and 9 because they say rate of change, but like I said on number 5, that's the same thing as telling you exactly what your slope is. That's your m. So that's the same thing as m on both of those. Rate of change, slope, m, rise over run, they all mean the same thing. And then number 10. So number 10, we haven't really done problems given a table, so I wanted to make sure that we went through this one together. Anthony's family goes to the movies and purchases a large popcorn. They are debating whether or not to purchase any drinks. The table below shows how much they'll spend based on the number of drinks they decide to purchase. So we have this table that says the drinks amount and the total cost. So if they purchase 0 drinks, we would think, well, that would cost $0. But remember, they bought a large popcorn already. So purchases a large popcorn is important because then we're not going to start at $0, we're starting at $6.25. If they buy one drink, then that'll cost them $10. If they buy 2 drinks, their total cost will be $13.75. 3 drinks is $17.50, and 4 drinks $21.25. Sorry. I'm going to find what my slope is because it says what is the slope represented in the table. So remember my slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So all I need to be able to find my slope are 2 points. Any 2 points on a line. It does not matter how far apart they are. It does not matter how close they are. They just have to be 2 points on the line. So I'm going to pick 2 points from this table. I'm going to pick this one, 110, and 2, 1375. I don't want to pick the one with the 0 just so I can show you with subtraction with all the numbers, not a subtraction with 0. You could use the 0 if that's the one you chose to use. So my first point, x1, y1, I'm going to write it underneath it so we can see the labels on them, is 110, and then x2, my second point, y2, x2 is going to be 2, and y2 is 13.75. So now I'm going to plug these into my equation for slope. M equals y2 13.75 minus y1 minus 10 over x2 2 minus x1, which is 1. So my slope equals 1375 minus 10, which is 375. 2 minus 1 is 1. 3.75 over 1 is the same thing as saying 3.75. So over here where it says what is the slope represented in the table, it is 3.75. And it says explain. So 3.75 is how much it is increasing every time proportionally. So if I'm adding 3 more drinks, of course it's not going to only increase 375, it's going to increase 375 times however many drinks I'm adding. So 375 is the cost of 1 drink, which is the amount of increase per drink, which is how we get that word, that phrase, rate of change. So the rate of change, the amount I am changing every single time, the amount of increase per drink is 375. So of course that is an amount in money, so it's $3.75. Now on B, it says, what is the y-intercept represented in the table? Remember that a y-intercept is a 0 at x. So we would have a point 0, comma y. So I'm looking on the table somewhere where there is a 0 for x, and that's right here, 0, 625. So the y-intercept is 6.25. We want to write it as a point. So 0, comma 6.25, and it says explain. That is the cost with no drinks. Which is the same thing as saying that that is the cost of 1 large popcorn, because in the information they gave us before, it says that they purchased a large popcorn. So 1 large popcorn, which is what they bought, cost $6.25. And then we want to write the equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. In part A, we found the m. In part B, we found the b. So we have both of those things. So our equation would be y equals m, 3.75x, plus b, which is 6.25. So given this table and that short little story in the beginning where they say that they purchased 1 large popcorn, we were able to find the equation in slope-intercept form and interpret the information saying what the cost of 1 drink was and the cost of 1 large popcorn. So then the rest of this is for you to do. So I did 1 from each type of problem, and then you will complete the worksheet and turn it in on campus.